How's life so far? You need a Reddit hug? Not the best. Recently went to a friend's funeral after he committed suicide. Depression and questioning myself about if I'm allowed to be who I wanna be. Just being tired of everything. Edit. Thank you to everyone, all your kind words mean a lot and it's really nice to wake up to as well. I don't think I'll be able to reply to everyone but I appreciate everything and LT, 3. Also thank you for my second ever silver. Life has thrown many curveballs at me, but so far, things are looking up. And I could always use more hugs. Hit that grand slam and win it all. This is the first time I commented on Reddit. I need to vent a little smile. My father is an alcoholic, beat my mother and called me names. He is currently undergoing treatment, but today when he came home for the first time, he drank and threatened my mother. I'm using Google Translate. I apologize for some grammatical error. Big hug from your boy, to all WHO need. Had a jaw operation. Been in the hospital for a week. Alone. Bored. Hug blocks. Going in for surgery on Monday due to an infection in my bones. Nearly died to sepsis this past June due to a similar infection, so I'm pretty stressed out. I'll be okay, I'm confident about that, but life is sort of hard for the time being. Hugs would be great. Just stopped a 10-year smoking habit after losing a tooth because of that. Yeah, a hug would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Things have really gone downhill for me since my grandma died and I lost my house. That sounds super incredibly terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Here is your Reddit hug, hugging face. Life is soup. I am fork. Worst point currently in my life. I'm only 25 and I have been suffering from brain-related health issues the last 3 months. There's no end in sight and doctors can't figure out why this is happening to me. I am suffering every day. I lost my job because I can no longer work with the condition, and my girlfriend broke up with me because she couldn't handle the situation. This condition took everything away from me but my life. I look at other people my age and I'm so envious they are living normal lives. I won't stop fighting though, even if I'm going through this alone. We had to put down my Siamese cat tonight. He was almost 17, a complete pain in the ass, and I miss him terribly. Yup, sure do. Edit. Wow, thanks for all the upvotes and hugs, kind people of Reddit. It really made me happy to log on and see this. Oh, hug, cool face. My mom died. My favorite cat died. I have to get a divorce from my husband, 20 years. This year so I can keep contact with the rest of my family. I can't keep up with work. I can't keep up with school. My dad just told me he is dying. I have no words for how badly this year is going for me. Boring but somehow I'm happy. Bless that feeling. It's incredibly valuable to be able to feel content without having too much going on in your life. Take care anyway. Have a Reddit hug, hugging face. Things are going pretty bad. Please give me a Reddit hug. Pretty bad. Mental health issues, going through a pretty extreme existential crisis right now. Feel like I'm just existing, occupying space. Yeah, I guess I could use one. Thanks for all the nice comments, guys. I really appreciate it. Pretty terrible. Everything seems to be going wrong. I could really use a hug. Dad died of brain cancer a couple of weeks ago. Just got turned down by my crush. Props to the op for reading and replying to almost all of the comments. You're a great guy/gal. I second this. I celebrated 200 days sober from cocaine today. It still tries to pull at me but I'm hoping I can eventually move on from these feelings. I kind of need one. College is stressful and I am tired. Edit. Guys, thank you so much for all the comments and the silver. You're all wonderful people and this is the most wholesome thing that has ever happened to me here on the internet. You're all breathtaking and I hope you have a nice day. Yes. Need a Reddit hug right before I go to Reddit bed and get some Reddit sleep. My grandma passed away Friday night. She and my granddaddy had been married for 64 years. Together they had 5 children, 12 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren with another on the way. I cried Thursday when I saw her last and came to terms with her going to die very soon. I have never hugged my granddaddy. Both of us have always been the type of man to give you a strong handshake and lock in that eye contact. But on Friday, we hugged. Anyway, you're all invited to the funeral. Big picture? Good. Right now? Sucks. I've enlisted in the Air Force, sworn in and leave in November. So for now I work at a pharmacy. I hate it, and I am constantly getting sick from the customers. Today I had to call off cause I was up since last night throwing up and super sick. So they're pissed at me, like, you got me sick lol. I'm stressing, but, big picture, my life's pretty good. To be honest, it has been a roller coaster for me the last few years. I was depressive for 4 years but finally beat it. Finished university. Couldn't get a job as a teacher last year. Had to do assembly line work for a year. Didn't get a teaching job for this year, so I applied for police academy and I got accepted. As for now, I am optimistic for my future. Not the best. I'm stuck in my hometown, while all my friends are starting college. I don't go out of my house much. I don't get to hang out with my friends much anymore. My mental health has been horrible lately. I'm mostly just very sad and lonely. I need a hug real bad. Edit, thank you for the hugs. I appreciate the positivity a lot. To people who decided to be insulting to me in the comments, I hope you have a great day as well. Positivity only. Kinda sucks if I'm being honest. I was doing well for a bit, then I got hit by a truck and now I can't do much. I can still walk and do mild workouts, but strenuous weightlifting and cardio is out of the question, and I need to lose like 90 pounds, so that's not going well. I love to hike, and because of a fused ankle and nearly blown out knee, if I hike more than a couple miles I'm pretty much useless the next day cause my leg is in so much pain. On top of that, the only skills I have are for a very physical career path in welding. Speaking of which, because of the dust and fumes that I'm exposed to, I keep getting respiratory infections. So I'm at a crossroads in my life where I need to decide to change careers, but I don't know what I want to do. On a happy note though, my family loves and supports me, and I have a wonderful, loving, supportive girlfriend who is such a great partner to have while going through this. I really can't wait to marry her. I am just hungry. Pizza can hug me better at this point. I don't recommend hugging pizza, it's messy. Pretty good, thanks. Could do with more sleep. Never say no to a hug though. Had to scroll so far to find someone who is doing well as well. Hope everyone else's life get better. I was going to kill myself yesterday, but I'm still here, so I guess life is quite indifferent at the moment. I know we don't know each other, but I'm glad you're still here. I'm chilling on Catalina Island today and I had a lot of fun. The only downside was a fish, a kelp bass, bit my hand for some reason and cut the shit out of 3 of my fingers. I felt the bite. I pulled and scraped its teeth all up my fingers. When the salt water hit that, it hurt like hell. Wow, that sounded like that's gonna hurt for a while. Would a Reddit hug make you feel better? Hugging face. Failed badly on my exam and it's my final semester. The pressure is mounting up to ace the others, but still a major kick in the balls for tonight. I would love a hug so much. My nephew took his life less than a month ago. I loved him so much. It breaks my heart that he was ever in so much pain. My mother had been in the ICU for over a week. We had to take her off of life support today. It has truly been an emotional roller coaster of getting our hopes up that she might get better to realizing that she never will. Our family is relatively close, but none are open with emotion. No hugs, and crying belongs in private. I was legitimately thinking tonight that I would literally pay someone money if they would just hug me and hold me for a while. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you got this, buddy. You're gonna do great. We're all here rooting for you. I need a job, more than anything. PTSD, autism, anxiety and depression, all at the age of 17 and ready to take my own life. Dude, with the exception of PTSD, been there. Don't give up. I can't promise anything, but if you fight you will get through it. Find some help, go to therapy and realize that you have worth by the virtue of existing. Have a hug from Austria and go kick life's ass. Coming off a depression spike from the last 2-ish weeks. I should be in the normal depression level for about 3. Week 4 will not be because of the mental disorder though. Mostly grieving because dad died then 1 year ago. Been a rough bit of time recently. Gimme a hug, man. My dog is almost dying. My stepdad is abusive and think my sis and our dog, and I don't feel so good right now, so yeah, I kinda need a hug. Edit, wow, I didn't expect that they would have been so much upvotes and comments. Thanks for the concern, and the hugs, everybody. Actually, I wanted to tell the whole story so people can be aware that some children and or teenagers are experiencing with abusive parents. Sorry if I speak English badly, I'm French. Please, if you want to hear the whole story, tell in the comments. Been struggling to get back out there after a breakup from a long-term relationship. Finally got the courage to ask a girl on a sorta blind date. Knew growing up but lost touch. Stressed all week before picking her up, cause that's how I am, but then was completely fine during the date. Date went well, in fact the conversations felt like they went really well as we were both having a good time. Then she texts me 2 days later to say she is no longer interested. The reason being something I cannot control. Yay. I height. Edit. Thank you everyone for your kind words and encouragement. I will continue to work on my confidence and try putting myself out there again. Smile. Something that you can't control that bothers her on a tangible level. It's better it never started. Something so superficial as height shouldn't be a factor, at least for a normal person. Celebrate that it didn't go further rather than dwell on that it didn't. Either way, have a hug, my friend. I need cuddle, not hug. Smirking face. I'm not that type of person, okay? Not killing myself. Day 1724. Sorry to potentially crash. I'm fucking shit-faced right now, so everyone gets hugs. Fucking whack dude. Between school and work. I work in retail but am an introvert. So burnt out from being around other people. On top of that, school. I can't sit and study topics I don't care about. I didn't want to go to college, but my parents forced me into it. And for years later I'm finishing an associate's. And I hate every second of studying and being in class. I always have. I had to get A's, I had to go to college, and I came to go to head school in their eyes. Fuck this. I'm done with it. Not to mention I have had to be 5,150 or put in a hospital at least 6 times over 4 years of college. It just isn't for me and I'm fucking miserable. Probably be buried, but going through a breakup this past month. Didn't see it coming. Thought she was going to be the one. I've already moved out, given each other space and I even had some luck through Tinder. However, it made me realize how much more she meant to me. I thought time was supposed to heal this sort of thing, but it just made it worse. 37 years of almost having something. Always in need of a hug, but on the bright side, I went to the doctor a few weeks ago because I felt like emotionally I was spiraling out of control. I was daytime drinking the moment I got in from work. I was spending every waking moment looking and applying for new jobs, hearing nothing and then feeling worthless and pathetic. The spiral seemed to have no end and I was reluctant to leave the house and I've been isolating myself. I've been given antidepressants and today I realized that although I'm not better, still reluctant to go anywhere or do anything and I can't make it through a day without going back to bed. I don't feel like I'm on a downward spiral anymore. I feel like I've got my feet on solid ground and that rock bottom is behind me. Exhausting. I need Reddit hug and Earl hug frown. A child I watch in a nursery was abducted by his father. I can't imagine how the mother must be feeling if it's had my heart in my throat all day. It feels wrong to complain about anything else right now. I've been having seriously bad flashbacks all week. I think the longest continuous sleep I've had this week lasted 2 hours. The rest of the time has been restless due to nightmares and insomnia. Twice this week the nightmares were so vivid and full of memories that I ended up curled in the fetal position crying under my bed until I had to get ready for work. I need a hug so bad it hurts. I want to cry in someone's arms and have them tell me it gets easier with time, that the pain will fade. I want to know what it's like to be able to remember the past indiscriminately without fear of stepping on a mental landmine. I was hanging out with some newer friends this week and they started sharing stories about growing up. They seemed so happy talking about the past. It hurt to hear them talk about so many happy things, especially the off-the-cuff mundane happy details. Dinners with the family, the friends they and their parents had, the holiday hijinks, the vacations they went on. I remember learning to speak because when learning to speak it is important to practice with others. I never had that until my grandpa told my parents that I should be taken to a doctor because he couldn't recall ever hearing me say anything and they should probably make sure I could talk before I started school. I had just turned 4. I'll never forget the day he was diagnosed with dementia or the day he forgot who I was. He was the closest thing to a parent I had, even though both my parents are still alive. From one stranger to another, may I have a hug? Perhaps, if it's not too much to ask, would you like a hug too?